Today we're going to look at a site that kind of bucks the norms in terms of how a site in an e-commerce store should look, okay? We're going to look at G Fuel. G Fuel is an energy drink company that sells all kinds of energy supplements specifically geared towards gamers, okay? It's a sugar-free deal. It's really big in the esports world and things like that. They got a lot of big sponsors. They're doing really big things. They're also a top 25 Shopify store in terms of overall daily traffic. So we're going to look at what they're doing right, what's working for them, and then we're also going to see where they're losing a lot of money or where they could possibly be patching some leaks to make even more money. All right, so let's go ahead and hop over. All right, so here we are on the desktop. I'm going to load G Fuel in an incognito window so that it loads like it's the first time, and any pop-ups or anything that's popped up before will still pop up again, and you guys can see it the same way I did the first time I saw it. So let's go ahead and load the site. All right. So as you can see, it's a very different layout than what we're used to, right? It's not your typical store. It's different, right? It's not prototypical, all right? All the navigation is over on the left-hand side, ginormous banner image across the top, and they're starting off with a push notification, okay, which is, would you like to receive updates on BOGOs, new flavors, and giveaways? Nope or yes, okay? So push notifications is not necessarily new technology, but it still hasn't really caught on in a lot of areas. And the thing I would say about this is you have to test it, okay? I have some friends of mine that run and actually own push notification companies, and they've shared some crazy data with me that they're getting like 20 and 30% opt-in rates. By clicking the yes button, it's basically an opt-in, and it allows them to push notifications directly to your desktop without you actually checking your email or things like that. Okay, so they can get a really, really big take rate on this, okay? And it's a lot of times it's not necessarily because they want it, it's because they're thinking that it is a almost like a, hey, we accept cookies, check kind of thing. It's not necessarily they're sure what they're signing up for. However, it can turn into some really good marketing for you as well. So what I would suggest is if you haven't used push notifications yet, that you test them. And when you test push notifications, what you need to do is not just put them on there and see if you get a list. Okay, well, cool, that works. What you need to do is put it on there, see what your conversion rate is of the push notifications, how many people are opting in, what percentage, okay? And then you need to have a campaign in place to try to convert those push notifications into sales. Because if you build a big push list but nobody buys, then it's not worth your time, okay? Now, the other side of the thing you need to look at is when you turn on these push notifications, you need to make sure you know what your baselines are for all your other metrics and Google Analytics data first, so you can see when you turn on push notifications, does your bounce rate increase? Does your time on site decrease? Does your conversion rate drop? Or do you have any other negative issues that pop up because of that, okay? Now, if they drop a little bit, but you make a bunch more sales due to the list build and the opt-in, okay, then it's a win. But don't just look at it based on the opt-in, okay? But I can say that push notifications can work in certain industries very, very well. G Fuel, I would imagine that is probably something that is working from a build list standpoint. Don't know about conversions, but push notifications are convenient. It's also got a very big following, so a lot of the people coming to G Fuel are aware of it. I'm talking about BOGOs, buy one, get ones, things like that. So I would imagine they're getting a fairly decent opt-in rate on the push notifications. I have no data as to whether they're converting into sales, though, so I can't comment on that. However, in your case, test it, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and say no to this to get rid of that. Now we're looking at the screen. We've got a limited time offer up top. For 18 hours left, you can get an extra 20% off code ENERGY. Okay, these are great. Limited time offers are exceptional ways to boost sales and really ramp up your sales during a limited time. Countdown timers are awesome if it's real. If you're doing false scarcity or every day you have a countdown timer, it's not going to work. I also like the fact that they put the coupon code right there at the top of the banner. You don't have to opt in for it or guess what it is. You know it's Energy 20 right there. That's good. All right. Let's talk about the navigation over on the left. They got the G Fuel logo. Then they've got account, search, and cart. Okay. The account screen, honestly, should be down in the footer. It should be down there at the bottom where they have all those yellow links. Typically, okay, on most sites, it's less than 1% to 2% of people who actually access their account from the store before checking out. The only time they get into their account is when they check out, okay? Or if they do need to get into their account to check an order or something, they're used to going down to the footer, clicking the gear icon or clicking the account button and logging in from there. Okay, that would also allow them to have a search bar. This is one of the problems with this site. They have a lot of SKUs, a lot of products, and no search, okay? The search is hidden. So it also disappears the navigation. I have to come in here. This should actually be a search bar. Again, think of Amazon, think of other sites you go to and frequent. They all have prominent search bars that allow you to type in right there and get what you want. Why is search so important? Well, search visitors, the percentage of visitors that search on your store using the search function are worth 3 to 4 times more than all other visitor traffic. So anything you can do to emphasize and encourage people to search is a good thing. All right. Then we've got weekly promotions, shop, customize, learn more, our company, rewards. Okay, so you got a lot of menu items here that the customer isn't going to know what's going on. Okay. So under rewards, they have login, register, how it works, all of that. But they also have the account icon up here. So at our company, learn more, how it works, what's inside, when to drink, why switch, customize, no idea what that is. Let's go ahead and open that. Okay, so this is actually a build your own box, like a subscription box or something along those lines. Okay, this is cool, but the word customize by itself doesn't tell the customer what it is. The idea of navigation is to easily and clearly communicate to your customer what that icon or that button does. So the idea is to get them off the homepage and into the site where they can find the products, okay? Okay, so shop, this is okay. It shows all the products here. It'd be better to even just say view products than shop, because shop is actually asking for an action that they're not ready to do yet. When you're on the homepage, they're browsing, okay? So the idea is not to use the wrong language at the wrong time in the sales process, okay? They're not shopping yet. They haven't taken the commitment to shop. They're browsing. They're not even sure they're on the right site. So the first thing they would want to do is view the products or see the collection or something along those lines. Okay. However, these navigation menus are very nicely done. It's very clear. I like that. The home. They don't need a home button because everybody knows, and it's prototypical, to click the logo to go back to the home. So they can get rid of that one right off the bat. Okay. So these are just a few things. Honestly, I feel like most of these links, besides weekly promotions and shop and customize, these other ones don't get them into action, in closer to a product. So it'd be better off to take these categories like energy formula, ready to drink, hydration formula, and gear, and having those down here. They do have a lot of room on the left-hand side, but again, the more links that they have down here, the more cognitive load, the more the brain has to process to find what they're looking for. All they care about is actually getting to the product, okay? So on the homepage, this big giant image honestly does nothing except from a pretty interesting weirdness perspective. I mean, the guy looks, I don't know what he looks like. He looks like a dork to me, but you know, body armor, fake body armor vest, chest panel with his headset and his performance sunglasses while he's drinking a thing, and he's going to sit down and play a video game. I don't get it. This is good. The official drink of esports, big. They also have some social proof icons below that should be up there, and this. Now over 160,000 5-star reviews. This should be emphasized. It doesn't need to say now over, simply over 160,000 5-star reviews. This is a huge credibility boost for this brand. It should be prominent, like big, more important than this guy drinking the energy drink, okay? Also, this is the most valuable real estate above the fold, and the entire image is taken up by this dude and this banner that says shop new arrivals or weekly promotions. They'd be much better served with a smaller banner that promotes this 160,000 5-star reviews and then showing some of their categories above the fold so that the customer can then click in that much faster. Okay, if we go down, now it says shop Dr. Disrespect. Okay, so I'm assuming that's who this dude is, but I don't know that. So maybe I'm wrong, but I was confused by shop Dr. Disrespect. Why wouldn't it be G Fuel or view our best products, see our best sellers, things like that? Okay. So also here, they're showing their products. Cool. Their best selling products. It'd be better off to show their product categories first, but by doing this is cool. However, they're showing too many products across. through our testing, and when I say testing, guys, I'm talking about over $400 million worth of test results that Build, Grow, Scale has done, running tests in every possible capacity on e-commerce stores. And our best foot forward and our best results and everything else is what I'm talking about, like our tried and true best practices. And in this case, every single time on desktop, 3 products across is the winner. No more than that. Okay, so they've got 5, it should be 3. So they could do 2 rows of 6 if they want to show their 6 best products or just their 3 best products or whatever. The reason 3 works better is it enlarges the image and it allows things to get a little bit bigger and just more prominent, especially for mobile viewing. On mobile viewing, it should be 2 or 1 image across max, okay? Definitely not 5. Another thing that's kind of goofy here is we have, if you look at the buttons, which they're white, there's no hierarchy of focus here, so the buttons blend in. The buttons should have a contrasting color or standout nature so that the eye is drawn to the button because we want them to click and go through. But 3 of them say view product and 2 of them say add to cart, okay? View product is correct. Either way, it should be consistent across all of them, but add to cart, they need to go to the product page, okay? Nobody buys a product off the homepage if they don't already know it. They need to see what size it is, what it's made out of, is it BPA free, all these different things. So clicking the add to cart button or having an add to cart button or a buy now button on the homepage is not ideal, okay? It should be a view product. They're not ready to shop yet, okay? Moving on, this is great. 161,000 reviews on this shopper approved. Now, when you click on it, it pulls a pop-up up, okay? Better than sending them to a different page. However, this right here, I would imagine that Shopper Approved has some kind of widget or something that would allow them to embed this right here into their homepage, which would make it way, way, way more powerful than having to have them go to an outside site, load another image. Now, especially on mobile, if I'm on my cell phone, I click that link, it pops up another window that I then have to navigate out of to get back to the site to continue shopping. This is never a good idea. Plus, it's like, oh, what else could I do here? I could learn more about Shopper Approved. That's the last thing I want them to be able to do here. I want them to see 4.7 overall satisfaction rating, 161,000 5-star ratings. Awesome. All of this is cool. Could be embedded right here on the product or on the homepage. Should not be in a pop-up, okay? Love the stats they have. Shouldn't be there. Okay, should be embedded on the product page. Even if it has to be screenshot and stuck in there would be better. Okay. And then we go down to lightning deals. Okay, great. Again, it should just be 3 across. All right, now we're having a Wheelio style pop-up showing up based on a time load. I don't know how long I've been on the site. It looks like 13 minutes. And all of a sudden they're bringing this up. Okay, I guarantee you their time on homepage is not 13 minutes. So whatever timer they're using to launch this is not based on data. Okay, so this is a great tool. The spin to win is awesome. It's gamification of discounts and works exceptionally well. However, it should only show up on exit. Okay, or if you really want to go off a timer, you should figure out what your session time is to see how long people spend on your page. So if they spend an average of 30 seconds on the homepage, have it show up at 25 seconds. But I'm 13 minutes in right now, and it just showed up. So it clearly was not triggered. It could be triggered on scroll depth too, but that's not a way to trigger it. It should be triggered differently, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get rid of this if I can. Oops. Just took me out. Okay, so whatever. Okay, now, down here on the lower right, you can see this proof element popping up saying Caleb bought whatever 17 minutes ago. The other thing is I can't find where's the X? No thanks. There we go. That's not a very ideal. This right here, Sarah from Williams, Connecticut purchased something 5 minutes ago, blacked out starter kit. All right, so this is a proof element designed to show social proof and that other people are buying these products. Okay, when this technology first came out a few years ago, it was awesome. Conversions went up, so time on page went up, trust went up, it was awesome. However, it's actually because so many crappy and shady and less than ethical sites have gotten a hold of that technology, and a lot of the apps allow you to fake and spoof the information in there to make fake sales and fake data show up. It's been utilized so much that shoppers now look at that as a lack of trust. They actually look at it and go, this makes me believe this site less. by using the proof element that's supposed to increase trust. It actually decreases trust because of the bad taste in their mouth from other experiences with these kind of sites that using these kind of proof elements. So in our Amplified Partner Program, where BGS actually partners and becomes the back-end optimization arm of other big companies and e-commerce stores, we don't use proof elements at all. In our Ecom Insider mentorship program, our Business Accelerator program, we have over 600 stores in there at any given time. None of them use it either because it literally hurts your site more than it helps it anymore. Okay. So let's go ahead and keep checking out the homepage. All right, now here's the whole switch to healthy energy. What is so special about G Fuel? Okay, cool testimonial video. That's great. But the white text on a yellow background is very hard to read. It's also a very small font, less than ideal, and it is really not helping. These black icons are awesome. Why not have black text here? Okay, it would make way more sense. All right, we fuel our community, meet our squad. This is cool. So that was Dr. Disrespect. All right, but all these different people, these gamers that drink this stuff, they each have their own unique collection, which is awesome. And this is a great way to feature that. Okay, so this is a cool little piece here. So it makes it shoppable based on whoever these different video game guys are that they're following. Okay, right here, official energy drink of esports. All of these social proof icons from people who are using their products, this should be up above the fold, or at least right below it at the first scroll, because a lot of people aren't going to get this deep in the site. Instead, they have it at the very bottom. It would be much, much, much better to have it up here where they're highlighting the 160,000 reviews and the official drink of esports, plus those Mixer and all those other logos that are like, bam, look at these brands that trust this company. Immediately elevates the trust of G Fuel through third-party credibility. Sounds like it might be a small thing, but it's not. It's actually really big. That's something that should definitely not be at the bottom of the page. Get our G Fuel Scoop newsletter. Why? What is in it for me as the customer? Nothing based on what you're telling me. Much better served here to be offering them a discount or some kind of incentive to opt in and join the newsletter. And then again, sign up isn't the right thing. If you're giving them a discount, get the discount, get your code, something along those lines. Sign up implies commitment. People don't want to commit. They'll give you their email address, but in exchange for something of value. The spin to win, cool. I give you my email address, I spin, I get a coupon code. Get our newsletter. It's a waste of space. If you're not going to update it and make it something valuable to the user, they're better off getting rid of it. Okay, that takes us through the homepage. It concludes part 1 of this video. Part 2 will be available right here when I release it. Okay, so if you want to watch part 2, go here. Also watch the other video below to learn how to optimize your site even more. And then click the subscribe button and the little bell icon below to make sure that you get notified when we release a new video.